Hi, friends. Wow, it's good to have you again today on Wealthy Forever Nuggets with Charles Sunkomi Obisesan. I am your host. Here we learn together so that we can lead better and, of course, earn bigger and better. Okay, we lead better, so we get better, we lead better, and then we can earn bigger and better. Thank you so much for joining me every week on Wealth Forever. Wealth Forever Nuggets. I am so grateful that we are here together this week as we continue our series on the gap. The gap. Okay, we identify the gap, and then of course we mine the gap or mine the gap. Okay, so we're looking last week at how to mind the gap, and we discussed, settled that, hey, everybody has a gap, and that gap is the G for golf, averting or affecting productiveness and progressiveness or profitability. So we looked at that last week, and we started looking at it that, hey, everybody has a gap. Everybody has this golf. Everybody has this gap, and the point is that we just have to fill up this gap, because the golf is that thing preventing you from being where you should be, okay? Or now in your business, your career, so you are here, but you're supposed to be there, and so but you are not there, okay? So there's a gulf between where you are and where you should be. So that gulf, is the gap that you need to fill. And we closed last week. We paused last week where I said that what you need to fill that gulf up is skill. What you need to fill it up is skill. Okay, so let's now look at now. So we identified that everybody has a gulf. Everybody has a gap. Everybody has it. Every organization has it. Every individual has it. So, but the point is, that we need to fill it up in order to get to where we should get to. Someone is earning more than you're earning, all right? Because the reason why you are not earning what that person is earning is not because you cannot earn it, but because you are not earning it. And you are not earning it because you cannot be paid for it now, because your value, is not up to the value of that person, either in competence or in collaboration. So you have to be equally competent, and of course be able to collaborate. Okay, work with other people, because it's not just about your competence. It's also about your collaboration. How do you work with other people? How do you relate with other people? You cannot only have technical skills, you also need soft skills. And one of the most important soft skills that you need is people, how to relate with people. So, now that's just for introduction for today. And so we're asking, so the question today is, how would you mind the gap? How would you fill up this gulf between you and between what you are earning now, or who you are now, and who you should be, and who you can be, and what you can earn? All right. So that's what we're looking at. So number one thing you need to do is you need to agree that you have a gulf. You need to agree that you have a gulf. So that is, you need to agree that, hey, there's this gap here, and I need to fill it up. So you need to agree that you have a gulf, and it takes awareness and acknowledgement in order for you to see your gap and realize you need to fill it up. It takes awareness. You need to be aware that, hey, I don't have this. I don't have this. And see, once that down, you may be aware, and then you may not want to acknowledge it. So you require humility to say you need enlightenment in order for you to be aware, and then you need humility in order for you to acknowledge it. You need enlightenment. Okay, maybe something happens. Now it could be negative, it could be positive. Somebody may tell you, hey, you know what, you need to up your game. You need to scale up. All right, or as a company, you need to scale up. So you need therefore you need enlightenment to become aware of this gap, and you need humility in order for you to acknowledge that I have this gap. So number one thing is agree with yourself that you have a gap, right? So, and you need awareness, enlightenment that will give you awareness, and then humility that will lead you into acknowledgement or acknowledging that you have this gap. Okay. Number two thing that you need is you need to be ready and willing to fill up the gap or fill up the gulf. Okay. Make up your mind to fill up the gulf. Make up your mind. I am going to do something about it. I'm going to fill up this gap. I'm going to fill up this gulf that I've seen, that I've realized, and that I have acknowledged. I'm going to fill it up. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to say, I'm going to do something. Whatever it is I need to do, I'm going to ensure that I do it, because this gulf must be filled. All right. It must be filled because I must move to the other side. I must move to the next level, okay, of my career, of my business, of my academics, of my ministry, whatever it is that that you're involved in. So you need to be ready and willing to fill up the gulf. Number three thing you need is you need to embrace change. You need to embrace change of paradigm. You need to embrace change of attitude. You need to embrace change of perspective. You need to embrace change. Okay, embrace change of attitude to learning, attitude to people, attitude to things. I mean, attitude generally, attitude to your work. All right, attitude to time. Okay, you need to embrace change. You need to embrace change of association. You need to embrace change. You need to embrace change in different areas of your life. So be ready to embrace change, because the point is that change is the only thing that is constant, and it has to be done constantly and consciously. You have to decide to change constantly and change consciously and change positively too. Change constantly, change consciously, and change positively, and change progressively. You must be ready to change. So in order for you to fill up this gulf, you must embrace change. Embrace change. Change consistently. Change. You need to embrace change. Change, consciously. Okay, you need to embrace change. All right. You need to embrace change positively, and change progressively. Very important. Change. So if there's anything you need to change, please change it. Don't be a dinosaur. Just change. Say to yourself, no, I'm not going to do I'm not going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result. I have to change. Maybe you change your attitude to time and timing. You have to just change. Maybe you have to change your attitude to learning. You just have to change. Just embrace change, so that you are not chained down by change, because change can either change you for the better or chain you down, to the present, and of course you're not moving anywhere. That will not be your portion. Okay. Number three thing you need in order for you to fill this gulf is you need to be skillful with your skill. You need to be skillful with your skill. This is very important. You need to be skillful with your skill. See, it is one thing for you to be skilled. It's another thing for you to be skillful. Being skilled is like being competent. Okay, being skilled equals to competency. But being skillful is proficiency. So there's a difference between competence and proficiency. All right. So what I mean is, competence or being skilled is knowing your stuff. You know it. This guy knows his job. He knows. Okay, he knows it. Okay, fine. But then proficiency or being skillful is your dexterity at doing your stuff. You may know it, but how smoothly do you do it? How excellently do you do it? How seamlessly do you do it? How effortlessly do you do it? How consistently do you deliver? That's proficiency. That's proficiency. So it's one thing for you to know what to do, for you to be trained to do it, for you to be skilled at it, but it's another thing for you to be skillful at it. Okay? So that's what we're looking for. All right? That could be the gap. That could be the gap. See, friends, there are so many skilled people, but there are very few skillful people. That's why you discover that every BSc holder is skilled. But then there's a BSc holder that does his work far better than every other BSc holder, even though they have the same degree competence, but they have different proficiency, okay, which is the way they do what they do, which makes them different from every other person. All right. Now, see, a lot of people have learned motor mechanics. All right, they've learned, how to be, maybe motor mechanics, or how to be, to be barbers, or to be fashion designers and all that. Okay, competence, but there is proficiency. And that's it. See, the proficiency is the game changer. The proficiency is the edge that you have over others. So you must not only be competent, but please be proficient with what you do. That's very important. You must get to a level where you do it seamlessly. Okay, I mean, you are a fashion designer. You look at someone. Okay, now see, being competent is knowing how to sew. So you know how to sew. You can sew a shirt like what I'm wearing. But then now being proficient is not just knowing how to sew, but for you to look at me and say, oh, the size, the best size that can fit you is size 15. That's proficiency. Or the best design that can fit that can fit your stature is this design. And then of course you go ahead and put design together, and I wear it and it looks perfect on me. That is the difference between competence and proficiency. Confidence. So being competent is just okay. You know this job. Okay, you know what to do, but then proficiency takes you higher than that. Now, it takes to a level that you know how to do it and how to do it better than every other person. So, what am I saying? Don't just be good at what you do. Don't just be good at what you do, because there are so many people in that category. Don't just be good at what you do. Please be great at what you are good at. Be great at what you are good at. A friend of mine said this, and when I heard it from him, I said, or when I read it, from his post, I said, this is awesome. Don't just be good at what you do. Please be great at what you are good at. That is the difference between competence and proficiency. So that's what you need to do. Be skillful. Why? Because skill brings success. The more skillful you are, the more needful you will be. The more skillful you are, the more needful you will be. Proverbs 22 verse 29. Proverbs 22 verse 29 says, have you seen a man who is skillful in his business? He will not stand before me. He said he will stand before kings and not before mere men. So being skilled can put you, you'll be servicing some people, but they call those people mere people, ordinary people. Those that will negotiate your fee and negotiate down, But then when you are skillful, you begin to stand before kings. You begin to service kings, and what does that mean? That means that you begin to service people that you say that once you send your bill, they don't even look at it twice; they just pay. Why? Because they've seen, you have become, become invaluable. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. So, and you need to realize that skill is developed. Skill is not inherited. Skill is developed. It is not inherited. So you are given a gift or talent, endowed with passion, but you have to develop it into a skill and become skillful with your skill. Become skillful with your skill. And what I mean by that, by this is, please be an expert in what you do. Be the banker if you're a banker. Be the fashion designer if you're a fashion designer. Be the whatever. Be the salesman. Be the salesman, not just a salesman. No, you don't have to be a salesman. You have to be the salesman. All right. And of course, what another thing you need to do in order for you to fill up this gulf, seek a bridge. Look for a bridge. What do I mean by a bridge? Look for someone that will help you. Look for someone that, maybe a coach, a mentor, a trainer. I mean, an accountability partner. Just look for someone, that would take you, that can take you across the gulf to the next place. I mean, to the other side. Look for a bridge over the gulf. And that is someone, that could be a mentor, that could be an accountability partner, that could be a coach, that could be a trainer, that could be a teacher, that could be a counselor, okay, that will help you from here to there, okay, from here to there, okay. You need such people in your life. All of us need them, and you also need them. So these are the few things, and I'm sure this is not exhaustive. You can still find more and add more to it. But the point is, or to them, okay. But the point is, put these ones into practice, and you see how things will get better. And please don't let me forget the place of training. Keep learning. Don't be tired of learning. Don't be tired of learning. Don't be tired of reading. Don't be tired of listening to other people. Don't be tired of practicing. Okay, because practice, they say, practice makes perfect. So keep practicing. As you're learning it, apply it. As you learn it, apply it. As you learn it, apply it. And then, of course, you discover that you keep getting better and better and better and better every day. I pray for you and for your business that from now, you'll be able to not only identify the gap, you will mind the gap, and you will also mind the gap in the name of Jesus. And as you do this, you will see yourself enjoying the gold in the mine that you're mining. You'll begin to enjoy what I mean by the gold is you begin to enjoy the profitability. You begin to enjoy the progressiveness, the productiveness of whatever trade, whatever business, whatever line of career that you find yourself. Okay, that's what happens. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. All right, and I believe that you've been blessed with this broadcast today, and I pray for you. I pray for your business, that in the name that's above every other name, whatever it is that is limiting your progress, limiting your advancement, preventing you from getting to where you're supposed to be, even after you have done all this that we have said. I join my faith with yours, and I decree and declare that in the name that's above every other name, that having done all, grace will rest upon you, and grace will move you, okay, to the place that that God has ordained for you to be in your business, in your career, in your academics, in everything that you do, in your ministry, in the precious name of Jesus. Till I come your way again next week, Wednesday, please remember, you are wealthy forever. God bless you. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to send me your feedback. Send it to my mail, csowealthyforever@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. God bless you.